Welcome back to Cage Cast, guys. Mike, let's go. How'd your weekend go? I went pretty well. We did pretty decent on the betting card. We could have done a little better, but for the most part, we came out on top. It's always good to have some good winnings to throw over to the next fight. But as you can see on the screen, guys, I got the prelims pulled up. That's where we started this time. Usually don't bet on the prelims, but man, the prelims are real stacked. I was actually thinking halfway through the prelims that man, we've had a whole bunch of exciting fights and we haven't even made it to the pay-per-view stuff yet. So um, I took that money off that main card. Could have been a mistake, but threw it on Sterling and he let me down. He put up a good fight though. He didn't just get one sided there. Unfortunately, his rival being undefeated, Dagestani, he had to put in a lot of work, and even though he put in that work, just wasn't quite enough. And to be honest, to get in there, I always thought Aljamain looked real big for the 135, but up at featherweight at 145, he still looked small in there, at least against in this time. So not sure if he just had a bad weight cut, but he couldn't get it done. We had the $5 on Sterling. Unfortunately, didn't happen. I and actually watching the fight after this, I was thinking should have put that money on Vicente Luque because man, he looked good. First round knockout. Ooh, that was devastating. I was like, that was main card worthy knockout there. Um, well deserved victory. I hope we see more out of Vicente. He's just letting everybody know he ain't done yet. And then the Dominic Reyes fight, that went exactly how I thought it was going to go. Anthony Smith, he's real emotional. I understand his best friend and mentor passed away, and condolences. But that being said, we see this Anthony Smith show up every once in a while, regardless of this. I'm maybe the last time. I know he's had a lot of up and downs, and maybe that's what it is. He's just had a lot going on in his personal life, and still needing to fight in between. Then I'm not saying he needs to retire, but maybe a little time off, make sure he regathers his thoughts, maybe see where his motivation really is at, and then take a look back in. Maybe do a little training, maybe talk to Bisbing there since they got the podcast together. Maybe that might help, but I don't know if he should retire, but I definitely think he needs to take a little time off for sure. With the Lionheart, kind of reevaluate what's going on because he was definitely real emotional on the way in and the way out. So, during the fight, there's probably a few times where he's getting hit where he wasn't thinking about it, but probably was a lot of time where he's still thinking about his mentor there. So condolences, Anthony. But Dominic Reyes did exactly what I thought was going to do. If this Anthony showed up, now if the fierce jiu-jitsu Anthony showed up, we could have seen a good submission out of Anthony. We just didn't get it. Dominic Reyes did get the stoppage. Props to Dominic. Not sure if he's quite ready for anything in a title fight yet, but hey, we'll see. Let's give him a couple more, see what happens. And then now let's take a look at the main card where we did most of our bets today, or this last bet. Now, I didn't bet on the Bryce Mitchell one, but we did bet on this first one here, and I thought Nate was going to come in and gas out in about a round and a half with some stand up. Troy was going to actually take him down, lean on him, cage him up, just get him tired, slam him on the ground, look for a finish in the third round. I thought it was going to go to decision, but Troy got it done. He did it exactly, followed the game plan. He actually took it to the mat a little earlier than I expected, but basically wore Nate out, and then finished him in the third round. So congratulations, Troy. It's exactly what I thought was going to go there. Bryce Mitchell, Kron Gracie. Remember, guys, I was joking around saying, hey, I was only betting against Bryce because he's flat earther, but he actually thought he was the better fighter here in this round. And like I said, Kron just looks lazy. He's just looking to take the guard, lay there. Same game plan as normal. Didn't like what I was seeing. And Bryce Mitchell had the answer. He said, you know what? We're going to flat earth battle it. Flat earthed him. Just put him right out. Big elbows. One with the slam and two to follow it up. The ref said, that's it. Now, Bryce Mitchell got it. But again, even though I didn't get anything with Sterling, when I lost my money, I would have only gotten a few pennies if I bet on Bryce Mitchell anyway. So I thought it was worth the gamble. to go to the prelims and try to get a bet in there. Just didn't work in my favor this time. But so far, these matches went exactly how I thought. Even watching the heavyweights, the fights went exactly how I thought. I wasn't expecting the decision to go to Cyril Gain, to be honest with you. I got up and went to the bathroom and came back, and they were interviewing Cyril. And I was like, man, did Volkov just call somebody out and walk off? And then found out that Cyril actually got the decision. Afterwards, I found out Volkov was vocally upset. Dana was saying it called wrong. I thought it was called wrong. I think most people thought this was called wrong. Maybe we should have the refing looked at, or at least get them some kind of standardized training to go through so everybody's on the same page here, because that was obviously called wrong. Again, guys, don't let it go to the refing, and then there won't be any decision to botch up. But hey, I thought this was going to go all 3 rounds and be in favor of Volkov, and nope, went to Gain. So we did lose there, but the fight went how I thought it was going to go. We just lost the bet, unfortunately, and sometimes that's how it goes. For the co-main guys, though, it went basically how I thought as well. Ian Gary's going to keep his distance. He looked good. Even when they went to the ground, he had the anti-wrestling for Shavkat, which I think really threw him off. He's been able to stop everybody in all his matches and stop them fairly quickly. Now, he's still got the win, and we did bet on him, so we did make a little bit there. But he was the favorite anyway. So, again, we only won some pennies on that one. Now, Ian Gary looked great. Stock still went up. He's still going to get a top 5 fight. We may even see a rematch when Rachmanov gets the title, or if he gets the title. We'll see how this goes. But hey, if Rachmanov loses, I think we get Gary in there pretty quickly against Bilal. Give him somebody fresh he hasn't fought in yet. I think that's exciting after watching Gary and saw how well he did in that match. So hey, we got the win, and both gentlemen got the win, metaphorically and physically speaking here. Now we're going into the main fight. Again, this went how I thought it was. Tai Asakura was coming in from Japan, from Ryzen, and I was saying that still we consider that the B League. UFC's the A League, and Pantoja's the king of the A League right now. Nobody can beat him. He's beating everybody in the division almost. So that's why we brought this guy in and gave him a title fight. And he looked good for a little bit. He looked explosive. He's got promise, like potential there. So nothing against Kai Asakura. Look good, explosive. I like the knees. I like to see finishes like that. Pantoja ate him up and said, "Welcome to the UFC." Gave you a big hug until you fell asleep, and that's it. So, hey, well, we got the win on that. We would have had an extra $25 or so if they would have gave us the Volkov. But hey, look, we still ended up with a plus. We're still in 26, 32, so 26 is some change. Actually, only even put in 25 cash yesterday, so we're still up. Excuse me. So we're still up. Hey, and there's still some fights coming up. We got Joaquin Buckley versus Colby Covington to finish off the 2024. So I haven't decided who I'm betting on yet here. If we bet on the underdog, we get like $85, and if we bet on Joaquin Buckley and bet it all on him, we'll get about $15, or $10 or something like that. So, um, a little bit of money either way. Just kind of have to figure out through the week. We know we get with Colby. Sometimes he's on with the stamina and he's just there. It just depends. Are we getting Showtime Colby? Or are we getting I put in a full training camp and I'm on my shit Colby? Because if we're getting that Colby, it could be a good long night, volume, punches for days. Joaquin may not have what the answer for it, but Joaquin Buckley's been explosive. He's been finishing people. He is quite a bit favorite here. So I mean, um, it's the last of the year, and we are letting it all ride on one person. I'm just not going to make that call now. Probably do that in the middle of the week video, guys. Lock in with that and show you guys. But hey, look, we did pretty good. We all the fights in the main card went exactly how I thought. If I would actually put money on everyone, we would have won them all except for the Cyril Gain one, where it was pretty. We can all agree, real bad decision there. Should have gone in our favor, and then we would have had like $50 and some change up there, and it would have been a lot more exciting for the Joaquin Buckley bet. But uh, not putting any money in on the fight night, guys. You know, we let that ride. We only put the money in on the pay per view, but we do have the 311 card coming up. So the 311 card actually looked pretty stacked. We can actually give that a quick sneak peek. I believe that's Islam Makhachev versus Sarukian. Pretty exciting. We'll see if actually Islam's got it against a top contender in his own division that's still up and coming and looking real nice. We've seen him how he looks on with guys on their way out and guys from the division up below, a little bit lighter, looking pretty good. We'll see how he looks against a top contender while he's got the belt. Has he slacked off any? Got that championship kind of glow to him and let himself go? We'll see. Um, Marab talking a lot of trash. Umar talking a lot of trash. These guys are heated up, so that will be exciting. Does Marab just power through him, or does he do the classic Dagestani climb you like a ladder and choke you out? So we'll see how that plays out. Benil trying to come back from a savage knockout with an up and comer that is still looking pretty good, even though he's had a loss or two. Yuri versus Jamal Hill. Exciting. These guys are really been back and forth. Jamal's just been on a tear since he got knocked out by Pereira. If he can get through Yuri, we'll see. We'll see if he can get Pereira. But if he loses to Yuri, then I just want him to shut up, calm down. I was kind of a Jamal fan, even though he had those weak ass tattoos on his shoulders. But it's been really getting on my nerves. He's gonna actually have to prove to me this. He's gonna have to make quick work of Yuri. He's going to have to make it look impressive. Otherwise, hey, you're just mids and you were all talk. You're just not on the level of Poeton. You're going to have to let it go. Um, I do like Kevin Holland. I usually hate to bet against Batman. He let me down in the last time. De Ritter, I believe he's coming from another organization where he just had a fight recently. So, second fight in the UFC. Kevin Holland, veteran. So, this is a gatekeeper match. Hey, but they're putting him on the main card. So, respect. Leaning towards Kevin Holland, leaning towards, this is a tight one. Maybe seriously leaning towards Jamal, but hey, Yuri needs to come on a tear. He really needs to win. Benil needs to win, but not sure who's gonna got that one. I'm gonna have to, we got some time before this comes around, guys. It's middle of January, so we got like 5 weeks, so plenty of time. Maybe Islam, maybe yeah. Not gonna give any predictions on this one, just an early look. Yeah, this is gonna be a tough one. I think every one of these is like 50-50 coin flip to me. So that makes it exciting. We'll see how we do on that bet. We'll see if we even have any money coming after the Colby Covington one. Still haven't locked in on that one. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. Hey, let me know in the comments. What do you think? Who you leaning towards for 311? How'd you guys do on 310? Did you guys call it just like I did? Did you think Volkov got ripped off? Let me know in the comments. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell so you know when more videos drop. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.